What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the rise of Skywalker, because a lot of these rumors going around, a lot of these theories going around, I mean, maybe I just haven't been paying attention because I don't care like I should. I mean, I don't really care about the rise of Skywalker. I paid attention to the theory that Mike from Red Letter Media shared, because it was such nonsense that I actually believed it could be true, because Disney and Lucasfilm don't know what they're doing with Star Wars. But there's so many other theories going around out there, and the one that I've heard a lot of recently being like today, I guess on somebody super chatted me last week about the Rey and the Shmi theory, and I was like, whatever. And I saw Star Wars Theory uploaded a video about it. And then I kind of went down the rabbit hole of Twitter and Reddit, and I'm like, oh my god, people are actually talking about this. This is getting traction. This is the dumbest theory yet. And it just shows how bad things are at Lucasfilm right now. Like, it's bad. And I don't think people quite understand how bad it is. I mean, a lot of you that watch this channel understand how bad it is because you have common sense and you actually pay attention to what's going on. But it's really bad right now. I mean, we are heading towards the end of this saga, presumably, according to Disney and how they're approaching this in Lucasfilm. And they don't have a clue what they're going to do. They are going to pack so much into this movie based on how it seems. They have to fix The Last Jedi. Plus, they are trying everything they can to bring all of these old characters that in episode 7, they told us all, no, we don't want to worry about these legacy characters. We want you to focus on these new characters. And we kind of was like, yeah, we don't really mind the new characters, but can we catch up on the characters that we know and love and care about first? And of course, Kathleen Kennedy's answer was, no, you can't. You can't see Luke Skywalker. You can't hear Luke Skywalker. We're going to turn Han into what? Exactly what he was in the original trilogy. We're not going to give him any character evolution. We're not going to, give you Han and Leia together. We're not going to do that. We are here to destroy the legacy of these characters and force you to care about the new characters. And then we move into The Last Jedi, and we still didn't get to see Luke Skywalker. We were introduced to Jake Skywalker. And The Last Jedi has proven to be a complete and total disaster on every single possible level. Then we have J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson doing their best version of 8 Mile, where they're having a rap battle. Because J.J. has his movie, and then Rian comes in and completely ignores J.J.'s movie, completely ignores the setup. They have no communication whatsoever. And then Colin Trevorrow gets fired for episode 9. Because, why? Because he dared say the big bad word, keep Luke Skywalker alive, and actually let's honor him and Leia in the final part of this trilogy. Oh, you don't say that around Lucasfilm. You never do that. So he was fired. And now J.J. Abrams is coming back. And now, based on the trailer and based on everything we've seen, it just seems like J.J. is going to move us completely away from The Last Jedi. But Lucasfilm told us The Last Jedi was the greatest movie of all time. And then they told us we were racist and sexist and misogynist because we could criticize them for that garbage movie. But now we're seeing that J.J. Abrams is actively moving away from The Last Jedi. Lucasfilm is a disaster right now. A complete and total disaster. And all of these theories going around out there is some legitimacy to them. They're coming from somewhere. And clearly they have to answer the question of who is Rey and where does she come from. But they don't even know the answer because they didn't collaborate. And this is why we're in the disaster we're in right now. This is absolutely insane. And Mike from Red Letter Media, he talked about all of these time-traveling theories that he's seeing picking up based on the trailer, and I buy a lot of it. I buy a lot of it because they don't know what they're doing at Lucasfilm. So any bad idea that I hear about the rise of Skywalker, I'm inclined to believe it because Lucasfilm has shown me that they don't know what they're doing. And they've pretty much backed themselves into a corner right now. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge hasn't been the response that they wanted. It's not a terrible response, but it's definitely not the response they wanted. And they're about to open it up at Walt Disney World in Orlando, and this is a big moment for them because Universal in Orlando is actually making them look bad. So they need The Rise of Skywalker to really excite a lot of people, and right now, I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're looking at a complete train wreck. I think they're going to shove so much into this movie, because everything that they have tried to do, they are realizing that they have made mistakes, and they are too stubborn to publicly admit these mistakes. They're too stubborn to publicly admit that they screwed up by going after the fan base for calling them out for exactly what they are indirectly admitting to doing, which is screwing things up. Oh, no, you can't have the legacy characters. Oh, suddenly, wait, we need money. We need Mark Hamill. We need Harrison Ford. We need Billy Dee. We need George Lucas to come to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and promote it in person, even though we're not going to give you any of the likeness of their characters. You know, we're going to have Palpatine laughing in the trailer. We're going to have Luke giving the narration over the trailer. We're going to have the Death Star, even though we told you, you don't worry about the Death Star anymore. We're going to move away from all of that stuff. What a disaster, man. So that's where we're heading with this. And I truly, I have absolutely no excitement for The Rise of Skywalker. I am only anticipating it to watch it crash and burn. I will never forgive them for what they have done. I went from more excited or as excited that I've ever been as a Star Wars fan prior to The Force Awakens, and after The Force Awakens. Loved The Force Awakens. I was excited. But The Force Awakens, unfortunately, needed the sequel to justify it, and it absolutely fell apart once The Last Jedi got here. And I've talked about like Spider-Man 2, the Tobey Spider-Man 2. Tobey Spider-Man 2, still the greatest Spider-Man movie ever in my opinion, and even though 3 wasn't good, it didn't affect the greatness of 2, because 2 was a good movie on its own. The Force Awakens was not a good movie on its own. The Force Awakens needed to be justified by The Last Jedi. That meant that there needed to be communication within Lucasfilm. They needed to have some type of rapport between the directors and the leadership. And they've had absolutely none, because it shows how bad of a leader Kathleen Kennedy really is. She's a terrible leader. She's an awful leader. She has been caught lying on camera, point blank saying, we're going to honor these characters in the way George wanted them honored, and we're not going to hurt their legacies. And she's done everything to ruin their legacies, everything. And now we're hearing with Jon Favreau, he's reaching out to collaborate with George Lucas on The Mandalorian. Why wasn't that done for any of these movies? This is the sequel trilogy. Oh, what a disaster. What a disaster. No theory is off the table as far as I'm concerned right now. No theory. Anything, because these people are so stupid, they're capable of doing anything. I truly don't know what they're capable of other than anything and everything. And the dumber an idea sounds, or the dumber that a theory sounds, the more likely it is to be true based on what they've done up to this point. We are talking about the same people that actually sat down, had a meeting, and said, we should make a Han Solo movie without Harrison Ford. And we should put it around the same time frame as the original trilogy. Harrison Ford, Han Solo, probably, arguably the most iconic character ever, along with Luke Skywalker. And you think you could just make a movie without Harrison Ford? You, Disney, Lucasfilm, they thought that they would make the Han and Lando from that movie the definitive Han and Lando. This is how stupid these people are. They are really dumb. And the worse the theory is, the more likely it is to become true because of these dumb people that are in charge of this stuff. So, I don't know, man. I don't really want to pay attention to this stuff anymore. But I think I'm going to have to start because, again, for the longest, this channel was accused of just being a Star Wars hate channel. Well, I don't even make Star Wars videos that much anymore because I just don't care about it. But this disaster is interesting. It's interesting. It's an interesting case study to watch and learn how you destroy the single greatest IP in the history of the movie business, because Kathleen Kennedy is doing just that. Whew. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later. Hey everyone, it's Jeremy from geeksandgamers.com, and if you're a fan of Geeks and Gamers, please go to our website, visit our merchandise store. We have t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, tank tops, and in the very near future, we're going to have many more products for you to choose from. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.